Oh, and I hate saying this because the food has been phenomenal, like so good, but the service has been such a letdown. Hi everyone, how's life? And welcome to a new Disneyland Paris vlog. Now in this video I'm going to go into Rosalie, which is a new restaurant recently opened here in Disney Village, and I'm going to go and try out the food for the first time, show you what it's like. I'm actually very excited and very hungry, so let's go and have a look. That's right, we have a brand new restaurant in Disneyland Paris in Disney Village, which specifically opened exactly 1 week ago, and I, for one, I'm looking forward to trying it out. I love trying new food, new restaurants, and the opening of Brasserie Rosalie actually marks the beginning of the transformation that Disney Village will be going through over the next couple of years. Of course, they opened the Royal Pub not so long ago in 2023 as well, and Brasserie Rosalie has just opened at the end of 2023, and we'll be seeing some more changes next year. Anyway, in case you're wondering where Brasserie Rosalie actually is located, it's where the former Café Mickey used to be. So this used to be Café Mickey. It was a character meal. I, for one, actually really enjoyed it, and Café Mickey unfortunately closed with the park closures in 2020, and with that being closed they then changed it to Rosalie. On the other side you can see, of course, Rainforest Cafe and Earl of Sandwich, which is a very popular quick service restaurant in Disney Village. But this evening it's all about Rosalie, and I'm loving just the way it looks from the outside, especially now that it's dark as well. You can see it all nicely lit up. It's feels quite nice, elegant, a little bit upmarket, and that's kind of the direction that they're trying to go with Disney Village, with all the renovation plans that they have for this area of Disneyland Paris over the upcoming years. I mean, even just the main sign up there, Rosalie, looks so cool right now in the dark. It doesn't feel very Disney, I have to be honest, just like walking past it even without having gone in. Doesn't feel Disney, but like I said, I think that's what they're trying to do with Disney Village. They're trying to make it more similar to Disney Springs, like in the US parks, that sort of vibe. Over here, Le Comptoir is where they would do the quick service options. Of course, because I'm filming this a little bit later in the evening, it is closed. I think the hours are more in the mornings towards kind of the early afternoon. So I will have to do another video showing you what it's like to get quick service stuff, because I'm personally very interested about what breakfast kind of options they have, almost like a grab and go situation. So it's this kind of separate window. You don't have to go in there, you don't have to have a reservation, you don't have to sit down. It's going to be a quick option. So make sure you subscribe, because I will be coming back for that. But let's have a quick look at the menu, because the menu is very vast. So you can kind of see some of the options that they have available. That's the petit déjeuner that they have for €8.50 from 8:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Again, that's another thing for me to try someday. This is the menu enfant, the children's menu for €16, which you can get either Rosalie's mussels with French fries or ham or chicken nuggets with French fries. You get a little dessert and a drink with it as well. There's a selection of some of the cocktails. There's going to be loads of fish options in there as well, so if you're into your seafood, you're going to probably really enjoy this. But these are some of the viands, so the meats that are not fish, the hors d'oeuvre as well, so almost like the starters. I mean, there's a lot. There is a lot going on. Loads of wines as well, fromage and dessert, so the cheeses and desserts. I mean, I have already looked at the menu online, which you can do as well, and there's so many things that I would love to try here, so I already feel like I'll be revisiting Rosalie quite a few times over the upcoming months. With that being said though, I think it's about time to head in and get some food, because I am hungry. So I've just been sat at a beautiful table by the window, and I've got a lovely view of Lake Disney and of course Panorama Magique, and I can see a little bit of Newport Bay as well. It's lovely. I'm already enjoying just the vibe of it, and it's so weird to see, you know, because obviously I came here quite a few times when it was Café Mickey, and to be able to see the exact, more or less similar layout, just so different now with Brasserie Rosalie. And it's taken quite a while for this to come along. Like, the project has been, it was announced I think a while ago actually, I think maybe about a year or so ago, and to see it all built and looking so beautiful, and already the cast members have been really, really lovely as well. So I'm excited. I have a good feeling about this restaurant already. Anyway, we've got the menus here. I did actually ask them to bring me one in English too, because obviously when I come here I generally tend to speak French with cast members here, but I want to show you the menu properly in English. So this is the drinks menu, which we already had a little glimpse of outside. Some of the wines they have, the cocktails. There's the white wines over here, the red wines, the rosés. I'm personally more of a rosé person myself. Boisson short too, so if you want some espressos, hot chocolates, coffees, things like that, some spirits, and also some soft drinks as well. So in terms of seafood, they do some whelks, some shrimp, prawns, half a lobster, whole lobster, and you can see the prices there. For a whole lobster, it's about 45 euros, and they all come with mayonnaise, and they are served cold. They've got an oyster bar as well, which serves loads of different things, loads of different oysters. Again, you can see the prices here, depending on how many you want. Seafood platters. The oyster tasting platter actually sounds really nice. For €33.50, you can get quite a lot of different variety of things, or you can, get a bigger one for 67. That will serve two. The lunch menu is something that we're going to have to try another time because it's only on from 11:30 to 3 p.m. But it's priced at 27 euros, and you can see what they have over here. There's some soup, some ravioli, some mussels, desserts, creme brulee, things like that. I think that's quite interesting, so we'll have to do that. Let me know if you would like me to come back. These are the starters over here, so you can get that cream with chestnuts again, which I believe is vegetarian. Parisian-style onion soup au gratin, priced at €11.50. I think I'm going to have to actually go for that one because I'm feeling something nice and warm and hearty like an onion soup. They do some oysters with mushrooms, some snails. Ooh, I could do with some snails as well. I don't know if I'm hungry enough to get two starters. We'll have to maybe do the snails another time. And then speciality, they have the lobster pot pie. These are the non-fish meats. Like I showed you earlier, they do a rib steak, braised beef, beef tartare, Rosalie sauerkraut. And the fish, we've got some mussels, salmon fillet. Oh, that salmon looks really nice as well, €27. Champagne roasted scallops. Whew. They have some phenomenal food options here, especially if you're a foodie like I am. And then these are the vegan options. So vegan lentil shepherd's pie, maybe the only vegan option actually, and you can see the prices, €18. And then we've got ice creams and desserts, which we'll have to figure out later. I actually met a couple of lovely viewers just outside the restaurant before I was coming in, and they asked me specifically if I could show the vegan options because they were vegan. And that's it, it's the vegan lentil shepherd's pie. Maybe I'll come and try that one day as well, because I like vegan food. Obviously I'm not vegan myself, but I do enjoy trying different kinds of food. So let me know if you would like me to maybe come back one day. I mean, I'll be coming back plenty of times because like I said, I want to try the lunch menu, I want to try the breakfast, I want to try other foods. So I've got my little bread basket already. Went for some apple juice, of course, and just some tap water on the side. And then this is the butter that you get with the bread, which I just really enjoy.
You make the vlog?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Right. So the butter here, I enjoy the way it comes in. I don't know why. Got two butters. I'm probably not going to eat too much bread, even though I am hungry. I want to make sure that I can, save my appetite for all the actual food that's going to be coming to me. I want to try and get dessert too. What a shop we have here. Honestly, hopefully you guys can get an idea of just the atmosphere and the vibe here. And because I'm kind of on the outskirts of the restaurant, if you will, it's a little bit quieter than the middle section where they have the bar and the oyster bar and everything else going on. Although even inside I didn't find too noisy, but maybe one day we'll come back and sit inside and I'll let you know what it's like. But I love the fact that I'm able to just, especially as a solo traveler, it's just nice to be able to see people watch whilst I'm having food. But just opening up the butter, as you can see over here, love it. I enjoy just the way the butter looks so far, and we've got some nice baguettes over here as well. I'm just gonna try it out a little bit. The butter, phenomenal, really good. Bread is really nice as well. There's so much bread here. I feel like it's plenty for like 4 people, definitely not just for one person. I'm probably just gonna have this and then wait for my starter. And if you're wondering what I got for my starter, I did end up going for the French onion soup because so many of you guys actually, especially those of you who come from the US or Canada or Australia, and you're visiting Disneyland Paris, you often ask me, is there anywhere in Disneyland Paris where I can get French onion soup, Sam? And there isn't until now. Like, it's weird, right? Even though it's French onion soup and, it's quite a well-known French dish. Nowhere really has been serving it recently anyway over the past decade, whereas now with Rosalie opening, they have something that loads of people want to try, which is also French. So we'll see what it's like. Obviously I'll test it out. Hopefully it will be nice though. And speaking of French onion soups, my starter, which is the French onion soup, has just arrived, and I wish you guys could smell it because it smells really, really nice. Feels quite big as well. Obviously I'll let you know how I feel, if I'm even able to finish it all or not, but it looks nice. It's nice and hot, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a try. It smells so good. It smells lovely. I have just realised though, I don't have a spoon. I've got this, I've got the knife and fork that was here, but they didn't bring me a spoon, so I'm not sure how I'm able to eat this. I'm gonna have to speak to the cast member. Okay, I grabbed another cast member, not my main server, because I'm guessing he's busy somewhere else, and he gave me a spoon within like 5 seconds, so not a problem whatsoever. Ooh. Oh my god, I hope you guys can see this. This Not only smells good, but I love cheese. Obviously I enjoy onions as well. That's why I like French onion soups, but cheese I'm a huge fan of, so it's incredible. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far, just the texture of it with all the cheese, melted cheese on top. And hopefully the broth will feel nice as well. I'm really glad that I've still got so much bread left, by the way. I literally only had half a piece so far. I'm going to use my bread now to dip into the French onion soup. I don't know if you guys like doing that or not, but I don't generally eat soup often unless I'm sick or something. French onion soup is different though. I enjoy it no matter when. And I know there's some little bread pieces in there as well, but I do still enjoy having some extra bread to go with it. But let's give this a taste test. That is exactly what I needed on this cold night here in Disneyland Paris. That is a stunning onion soup. Oh my god, look at all the cheese and onions. Yeah, the taste is great. Not overpowering on either side, like not too oniony, not too cheesy either. Like the balance, the mixture, phenomenal. Okay, well I've more or less finished the soup. There's still a little bit left of it, and I'm already feeling quite full. I have to be honest. So portion size wise, really good. And one thing that I have to mention, unfortunately, is that my particular server just so far, and we've only just done the starter and the bread, he's just been forgetting everything, getting orders wrong, and I obviously speak French and English, so despite that there's been so many things that have gone wrong, even with the bread service. And I'll speak about it a bit more maybe at the end, because I understand the restaurant has only just opened, and from what I can see, most of the servers are great here, and the cast members, like my server as well, like my cast member, he's very polite, he's nice, but he's just getting so many things wrong. I'm just going to give you a quick example here. So my steak came, and believe it or not, he didn't even realize that I wanted to have steak. He thought I wanted it to go, which I didn't. But then the steak came with the fries, and the steak, I asked for it to be medium, and it was basically uncooked. Like, it was so red, and I think it was just a mistake again. They didn't realize, the server got it wrong, didn't realize. And I feel really bad because obviously everyone's trying to make it right for me, but yeah, it's not been fantastic in terms of the service so far, unfortunately. Anyway, so about 10 minutes later, things have been sorted out. I've got my steak here, and now it's cooked medium by the looks of it. Yeah, I can see some red, but it's not completely uncooked. And I've got my fries, and again I'll talk about all of this later once I'm outside, but everything, the food has been so far fantastic, and I've got really high hopes for the steak as well, so we're going to give it a go. I've got the béarnaise sauce next to it too, and I did ask for some mayonnaise, which the server also got that wrong initially, but everything that has gone wrong they fix it straight away, which is good, and I think it will be something that might get better hopefully. Like I said, I understand the restaurant has only just opened. Size wise, in case you're interested, this is what it looks like. I apologize for the noise as well. Hopefully you guys can hear me anyway. But hopefully the taste of this will make up for the kind of very weird service that I've received so far. This is probably the best steak I've ever had here in Disneyland Paris. It's not amazing, don't get me wrong, it's not like phenomenal. I'm a big steak lover, so I've tried loads of steaks around the world, and this isn't the best. But with that first bite, and normally what I like to do with my steaks is just try the steak on its own before I put any sauce on it, before I've had any fries or anything, just the steak itself. And hopefully you guys can see there's a little piece of it, very nice and medium, like I said, exactly the way I wanted. And medium in France is normally a little bit more red than what medium would be in the US or some other countries, but no, the steak is great. The steak is great. Oh, at last Disneyland Paris has a place that actually sells really good steak, because I feel really sad as somebody who loves Disneyland Paris, and again I have loads of international people that ask me about good steak places in Disneyland Paris, and France has some great steaks, but Disneyland Paris itself has never really had a steak that I've absolutely loved. I mean, Cher Remy, the steak there is pretty good. I enjoy my meals there normally, but the steak isn't phenomenal. It's not great. It's not like, you don't go to Cher Remy for the steak, you go there for the experience. The steak at the steakhouse is fine. It's kind of hit and go. This steak, and I'm hoping it will stay as good as it is, because again, don't forget, this restaurant has only just opened. It's been about a week, so I don't want to like hype it up or say it's not very good just based on this one experience. You have to I think you have to come a few times to kind of see exactly what it's like, if it stays consistent, food-wise, service, if it gets better, all of that stuff I will keep you updated on, so make sure you are subscribed. But just from the steak alone, it just melts in your mouth, and that's exactly what I want with my steak. Like, not chewy at all. It's cooked exactly the way I wanted. Well, now it is. Initially it was barely cooked, but once I told them it's not medium, and they realized straight away that it wasn't, the server just got it wrong, like I said. Fantastic. Let's try one of the fries as well. The fries are good. The fries are nothing special. I wouldn't say they're like amazing, but they're nice and they go well with what we have here. I don't know how long those guys were there, but there you go, they said hello. I mean, I've not even had to use the béarnaise sauce or the mayonnaise yet because the flavour of the steak itself is so delicious that I'm okay just having the steak on its own. Even the fries, I don't feel like I need them, obviously I've put one here, but yeah, the fries obviously go well with the steak, but the fries on their own aren't anything special in my opinion. The steak itself though, so good.
Well, I am extremely full, but that steak was delicious. As you can see, finished it all. I enjoyed it. It was one of the best meals I've had in Disneyland Paris.
It's gone quite misty and foggy outside. Honestly, I've really enjoyed being sat by the table and just people watching and obviously seeing Panorama Chic the balloon as well. It's a great area to be because it's not too busy. It's just like a nice flow of people coming, which is lovely. But with that being said, my dessert has arrived and I decided to go for like, I think it was like some kind of chocolate mousse souffle kind of thing. I saw another person have it and I just had to go for it. It looked really good, and let me know what you guys think just based on what it looks like. Do you think it looks good? Because I like chocolatey things and I think this is going to be very, very much my thing. So we'll give it a go. Except I just realised we can't give it a go because I don't have any cutlery. My cutlery was taken. I still have the sauce left here. I can't taste this. Wow, the service genuinely has been awful, and I feel bad saying it because, you know, I understand what it's like to start a new job and, you know, start to learn things as you go, but you know, it's just everything has gone wrong. And I know, like, if it was only one thing, I'd be like, that's fine. I don't mind waiting a few minutes until somebody comes and I can ask them for a spoon or something, cutlery to eat this, but the fact that it happened with almost everything, nothing has gone right with the service, like, oh, and I hate saying this because the food has been phenomenal, like so good, but the service has been such a letdown. And not because of, like, the cast member has a great personality. I can see that he's working hard, so I'm confused, I'm conflicted, but I'm just gonna have to wait now and see if the cast member is available. My cast member's here, he's just not paying attention. So once I can eat it, I will eat it and let you know what it's like.
Okay, we have a spoon now. At last, I can give us a little taste test. I'm just gonna dig into it here. Oh, nice. It feels so lovely. It's like a souffle, basically, like a chocolate mousse type souffle with, I guess, vanilla ice cream on top. It smells so good.
I feel like it's gonna be a little messy though, especially because I'm about to eat this with my left hand, but it's beautiful. It is so good. I feel like I've just had a very conflicting evening here because the service, I'm not gonna lie, has started to annoy me, even though I understand that this is a new restaurant and the guy is trying his best, but it can become frustrating when every single thing is going wrong, right? And I'm a very patient person. But the food has just been excellent in terms of at least Disneyland Paris food. I would actually say in terms of all the Disney theme parks I've been to, this is definitely one of the best restaurants in terms of food that I've ever been to. Every single course that I've had, including this dessert. And I'm not generally the biggest dessert person, but wow. Get this, if you love chocolate, if you love vanilla, if you just love souffles and chocolate mousse, oh my god. So good.
And with that being said, we have the bill here, and altogether, as you can see, it came to €64.50, which I truly don't think is too bad for the amount of good food that I had in a theme park as well. Not bad. As you can see, we've got the jus de pomme, that was my apple juice, the souffle chocolat, the dessert, which was €12, but honestly, I would happily pay that again, even though I couldn't finish it just because I was too full. It was so good. The soup onion, the onion soup was €11.50, and then the entrecote, my steak was €34.50. And it was such a good steak that I feel like it's fine. It's a good price. It's a reasonable price. Not necessarily a good price. I would have obviously preferred it to be a little bit cheaper, but it's a reasonable price considering we're literally here in Disney Village. I thought I would also quickly show you this though. So on each table they have this little QR code where you can scan it to pay the bill. So if you wanted to, you could just do it by scanning the code rather than waiting for the server to come, which is great. Obviously I just paid it directly, but this is a nice option.
Anyway, we have finally left Rosalie. I say finally, I feel like I was there for a very good amount of time. Like, it was actually, in terms of the time that I spent there, it was good, it was reasonable, it was exactly how I liked it. I just wish the service was better. And I did actually speak to kind of the main cast member at the entrance because she was the one who greeted me when I first arrived, and I think all the cast members for the most part have been really nice, and even my server was lovely. And I even stressed to the cast member here, I just said, obviously it's my first time, so they were asking me what I thought, especially because I'm vlogging as well, and I said, look, the food was excellent, it was really good, the service one of the worst I've had in Disneyland Paris. And I told her, I said, I don't want to name the person, I don't want to name the cast member, I don't want them to get in trouble or anything. I just think maybe it's a good idea to maybe have them do some more training. Maybe they need a bit more training before they start working on a Sunday night. And he wasn't even that busy in there, so I think he was only in charge of 2 tables literally, and he was still finding it quite complicated. And it's just a shame because, and I said it again to this lady at the entrance, I'm just on my own. I'm solo. I come here often, so things like that I can just, it doesn't bother me too much. I like to obviously be honest and let you guys know, because I feel like if what happened to me had happened to a family with children, and the children are hungry, sat waiting for the food, and that cast member is getting all the food and orders and everything wrong, could make or break a meal. Really, it could. For me, it didn't break the meal. I still had a wonderful time, and I will go back because the food was good. And I think this may have hopefully just been an exception. Maybe it was just because the cast member had just started. Hopefully in a week's time, if that same cast member serves somebody else, he'll be excellent. I want to give everyone the benefit of doubt, and I know what it's like to be starting a new job and trying to figure things out. It takes a while, I get it. Let me try and just give you some examples of things that he got wrong, and they're all small things, but when you add them all up, it just becomes a bit of a mess, really. So my first experience with this cast member seemed to have gone quite well. I felt like, I ordered everything. He seemed very nice, friendly, very chatty. But then as soon as I ordered everything, and I don't think my order was complicated. I mean, I went for the steak, the onion soup, and I hadn't even ordered the dessert back then. It was just those 2 things and my drink. So I ordered all this stuff, and he seemed very, nice and listening. And then at the end of it, he was just like, okay, so yeah, he basically forgot everything, almost. Like, he remembered the last thing I'd sold him, which was the steak, and then he was like, was there anything else you wanted? And I was like, yeah, the onion soup as well, please. And I just, again, at that point, I was just giving him the benefit of doubt. I thought, things like this can happen, people can forget. But I was a bit confused because he seemed to be writing it down as well, and yet he was still confused. And then with my steak, he obviously asked how I wanted it, and I said, not only did I say à point, because à point means medium in French, and I was speaking in French with him, but just to be sure, I was like, à point, medium, just wanted both. And he was like, yeah, of course, and then he actually started, speaking English to me. He was like, if you want to speak English, we can. And I was like, no, don't worry. I just, with some words, I want to make sure that I, get it right. So I wanted to say, give both languages. And he was so lovely. Like, truly, he was a very nice person. I think he just needs more training. Anyway, so I said that to him, and then I was just sat there waiting. My drink came, but I'd also asked for some tap water, which didn't come until I had to remind him again, which was fine. Like, that's really nothing of importance. But then I was just sat there for about 15 minutes just looking at other tables, and most of the tables that were served by other people had breads on them, like a little bread basket, and mine didn't. And I saw that there were bread baskets there that somebody just had to bring over to me, and obviously I wasn't going to just get up and do it myself. So when I managed to see that cast member again, I just said, can I please have some bread? And he was like, yeah, bread, okay. And he like brought it over straight away. So really it wasn't a problem. It's just the fact that I think simple things like, bring the bread, he didn't even, do that. And then my French onion soup came, and that's the one part that actually I think went well, apart from the fact that obviously he forgot the spoon, so I just had the French onion soup in front of me without being able to eat it. But that was rectified very quickly, didn't mind whatsoever. And then that's kind of when I started to really get frustrated, and that's actually I think when I mentioned it to you, because until that point I was ready to just not really even talk about it, because I thought it's something that can happen. I'm not going to be too harsh on them considering they've just opened. But then after I finished my French onion soup, I see my server come with some guy who seemed to be the manager. They both come together and they're like, I'm afraid you can't have the steak to go. And I was like, what do you mean? I want it here. I didn't want it to be to go. And then the manager, basically the manager acted as if obviously that's what I wanted. It's almost like the manager realized that that cast member had got it wrong. So as soon as I said that, the manager was like to the cast member, yeah, of course she wants it here, kind of thing. So for whatever reason, the cast member had thought that I want my steak to go. I never said that. I never said that in any language. So I'm extremely confused about that. So again, obviously once I said that I wanted it there, it was fine, and I had my steak about 5-6 minutes after that, except when the steak arrived to my table, and this was actually another cast member, she came with my server. They kind of both came together, and that other cast member was like, okay, so this steak is for somebody else who's joining you? And I was like, no, the steak's for me. And then again, once I said it, it was fine. Then they were like, oh, of course it's fine, it's for you. But I was like, it's me, I'm here for a 3-course meal. I don't understand why they thought I just wanted the French onion soup and nothing else. It was so bizarre to me. And then the steak came, and it was raw. It was raw because the guy thought that I wanted it raw or like rare. Basically rare is probably what it was, and that's the point that I just genuinely really didn't understand, because I had specified so many times. I was like à point, which is medium, and I even said it in medium. I said it both like at least 6 or 7 times just to make sure, and people often know what medium means, so even if you don't speak French, if you say medium they should know it, but I obviously had said it in both languages, and it came completely rare, and it was obvious that it was rare, and I just wanted my steak to be medium, right? I don't like it when it's that bloody, so it came and it was literally almost uncooked. And once I said it to not my own server, I said it to the woman who was there, and the other cast member who had brought the steak over, thinking it wasn't for me, thinking it was for somebody else who wasn't ever gonna arrive, because it was just me dining there on my own tonight. As soon as I saw the steak, I was like, this is rare, and like both cast members realized straight away that that was a mistake again. Like there wasn't an argument or anything. Like I was like, oh, this is rare, I said medium, and the woman, because she wasn't the one who taken my order, she was just a bit confused, so she went to the guy, she was like, did she say medium then? This is not medium. And the guy was like, oh, you know, he just seems very confused. And I was like, yeah, I definitely said medium. I said à point. So they took it back to get it more cooked. Again, they dealt with everything well, but there were just too many problems, right? Trying to think what else happened really. Obviously, you saw the dessert arrived and I didn't have a spoon. When the dessert came, nobody took the sauce, like the béarnaise sauce was just chilling there, and I feel like that's not very good service either. And even my plate, my finished plate with the steak, the female cast member took away, not my own server. I don't know, it just, the service really wasn't great. I'm pretty sure there would have been a few more things as well. Oh my god, even with like the bill, like there were things that he was confused about. There was just a lot, and I feel so bad for saying this, but I want to be honest in my videos, because if you're coming to Disneyland Paris in the next couple of weeks, for instance, and you dine at Rosalie, you may get that same server, or you may get another server who is also still new, you know, and still training and not very confident or, you know, relaxed about this job, and they may also give you a very bad service. And again, I need to stress, he was very nice and he was trying his best, so I have nothing against his like attitude or his professionalism as a way of talking to me, but in terms of like just actually how he served me, it really wasn't good. So that's why I felt so frustrated, because I wanted him to do well, like I was rooting for him, but he was getting everything wrong. I don't know, have you guys ever been in a situation like this? Because for me it was quite a unique situation. Like I've had bad service before, but when it's been bad service, it's just been like bad service in like both departments, like my attitude and like not being good at giving you stuff that you need. But this was just really frustrating, and I really hope that, you know, he gets better, and I'm sure he will, but this just wasn't it. It really wasn't it. So I'm sorry to say that my first experience at Rosalie wasn't the best. However, as much as I was really frustrated with the service, the food was phenomenal, like really, really good, and good across the board. I mean, I loved my dessert, I loved my main course, I liked my starter, the onion soup was really nice, even the bread and butter, which I had to ask for, was delicious. Yeah, the food was fantastic, and the menu is so extensive here that I really do want to come back and try some of the other options that they have here, and maybe next time I'll get another server and the whole experience might be different. Just the thing, just bear that in mind. You might have a fantastic, you know, experience here if you get another server who's been here longer, who has had more training, maybe is a bit more confident, then, you know, you might have a very good experience, because the food standard, the quality of the food was so good. But this guy, I mean, even when I was like telling him things that I wanted, everything that I like said that I wanted, including the dessert, because I ordered my dessert after, he like had to like look at it a million times to make sure, like he wasn't familiar even with the menu. And I get it, the menu is quite large, but he just, it was very obvious that he probably needs a bit more training. And I'm sad, I am sad, but it doesn't mean that I won't come back to Rosalie. And like I said, I did say both to him actually, even the cast member, I thanked him, even though his service wasn't great, his personality was lovely, and I thanked him, and he said, I hope you come back one day, and I said, yeah, of course I will. And I said the same thing to the female cast member who had greeted me, because I want to come back, I want to try the breakfast here, the lunch menu, I want to try the quick service, I might even come back for dinner one day, I want to get the escargots. I'll be back, I will be back. Anyway, this was my first time eating at Brasserie Rosalie here, the new restaurant in Disney Village that has replaced Cafe Mickey. Look how foggy it is, honestly. It's become so misty. The atmosphere is, you can very much tell it's a cold, wintry evening here, but like I said, overall, love the food. Service just was very frustrating. With that being said though, thank you so much for watching this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you have visited Rosalie yet. Obviously it's still quite new, but if you've been there, let me know what you thought of it, what food you got, and from the menu that I showed you, if you were to come here, what would you order? Like, there was so much there. If you're a fish lover, you're in luck because they have so many great fish options and seafood options. The steak was delicious. They have some vegetarian options. The soup was good. So yeah, leave comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, I am very, very full. So that was 64 euros. Very well spent, I would say. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe for more videos because I will be back, and I've got so many other restaurant reviews on my channel that you can check out if you want to, and follow me on Instagram too if you want to. Also, this jumper that I'm wearing, just remembered, because I know that some of you may ask, it's a Wish one. It's from Cakeworthy, and I'm affiliated with them. The link is always in my description, so if you want to buy something similar to this or other Disney tops and t-shirts that I tend to use and wear, then check out the link down below. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.